Welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Rolex Cadillac, and I am here with episode 4 for you, coming at you. My pre-FightLine podcast coming in. I'm going to have one today, one maybe tonight. I'm going to be interviewing our general manager, Kurt Novak, right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the podcast. And don't forget, coming up tomorrow, this Friday, FightLine 5 is live from Rockland, Illinois. It's going to be one hell of a show. Don't forget to tune in. Let's get ready for the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you our general manager, Kurt Novak. Hello, Kurt Novak. Welcome to the studio room in my house.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You know, coming up this weekend, it's going to be a huge show. This is the biggest fight line that FightNite has ever produced, ever planned for. I know the executive board, me and yourself. It's been just a task getting the show ready. How do you feel going into this monumental show?
Yeah, there's been lots to put into it, but it's going to be a big show. We have a whole bunch of stuff that's never been before and done in Fight Night.
It's very interesting now. Going into this show, I figured me and you could kind of do a little rundown of the show. Going into FightLine, I know there's so many things that we haven't done before that are new. I know we're having some raffle giveaways for exclusive FightLine 5 t-shirts. We're having some announcements. I know Titantrons are going to be a new thing that we're doing. A lot of pyro. Has it been nerve-wracking for you going into this show?
Yeah, because, there's always the thing that something could go wrong. But with everything we've set up and coming into this, it's going to be a great show. Nothing will stop it from being a great show.
Now, as we know of right now, the arena is sold out. We're going to have a new outdoor attendance record here. I believe it's 15 people, possibly 12, I don't remember, but still yet the biggest crowd that Fight Night has had ever in its history. This is the first pay-per-view out of the 5 years that we have been going that we're actually going to have one of like a true live audience. So going into this, do you think the show is going to deliver for these crowd members?
Yeah. With the number going up to around 15, like you said, the reason it's that high is because they want to come see us. Because Fight Night and FightLine is going to deliver.
That's very true. Very, very true. Now, from where we have come, kind of the FightLine season starts at Victory Road, and Victory Road was a huge show. Possibly one of the best Royal Rumble matches we've ever had. Can you explain to me what your guys' thought process was on the executive board going into this pay-per-view, like how you wanted to build up things for this?
For FightLine?
Yeah.
Well, we knew we had to get something that made the people want to see what's going to happen. Like Pater winning the Royal Rumble match was not a pleasing thing for many people, but we knew that would get people to want to watch and see what happened next.
Very true, yeah. I surely did not see it coming when Pater threw out the final two members in the Royal Rumble, Colin and Pater throwing out Colin at the end, crowd not pleased, like you said. The people have been kind of revolting against Fight Night Wrestling, but honestly, you guys are putting out great content. It's been great coming into this next year. Now, we have received news a couple weeks ago that there's actually going to be a Fight Night live show coming up in September that we may or may not be doing. What are your thoughts on this? Because this is a big step up for Fight Night, going from backyard wrestling to then going to actually competing in front of a live audience, not at one of these houses, at an actual place of business. How does it feel going in for you?
Well, it's a big step for Fight Night because it's more exposure for Fight Night. Lots of people know about Fight Night, but this is a big next step to the future of Fight Night.
Yeah. Now, going into the show, do you have any hints, do you have any previews about what we might be seeing on this show? Like, any huge matches that you guys might be thinking of doing?
Well, nothing's been confirmed yet, but, just like any other Fight Night show, there'll be one you don't want to miss.
Yeah. Now, FightLine 5 coming this Friday, one of the biggest crowds of the year. Our main event, Nick Sick versus Zactac. One of the most built-up matches that we've ever had here in Fight Night Wrestling. The war that these two have put each other through. Who do you think is going to win this big matchup here in the main event?
Well, I've actually thought about it too, watching all. I have heard that even though the contract was signed, Zactek is still not pleased with this match. I'm pretty sure he does not want to go up against Nixick because he has the feeling that he will lose his Fight Night Championship. So that's why I got to win Nixick as your new Fight Night Champion.
Yeah, that is going to be... It's going to be a great match between these two. We've seen them compete before. We've seen their journey between these two this whole year, going from almost master and Padawan to then switching the roles in Zactek, gaining wrestling skill because of Nixick. Now it's kind of almost turned on Nixick, like he gave Zactek these wrestling skills, and now it's turning against him. Another big match that we're going to be seeing is Pater versus Colin for the world title. We know this was set up at Victory Road. Who do you think's going to be winning that match? Because we know it has been said that it's going to be a no-holds-barred match, so these two are going to be throwing everything at each other.
Yeah, I gotta go with Pater. There's the rumor going on this may be Pater's last match in Fight Night. The real one for this time. And Pater would want to walk out with the championship to end his career on a high note. So Pater has the passion to win it. But you have Colin, who will do nothing to let it go.
Yeah. Colin is absolutely a beast, and you have to be thinking, Colin does live, he's friends and family with NPK. Colin could have easily talked to NPK and gotten those extreme skills that NPK has had over the years. That's what NPK has been known for. So Colin, you have to think maybe he was trying to pick his brain for stuff like that. Now, the one more match that I wanted to talk about was this huge triple threat match for the NXT title. Jacob Hunter, the champion, facing the two challengers, Seth Adams and Tyler Black. It's going to be a huge triple threat match. Let me get your thoughts on this.
Well, it seemed like these three came into Fight Night as the future of Fight Night. They wanted to...
Yeah, it was as that
time period.
Yeah, it was as that era of Rockstar, Dynamo, and Kyler was kind of coming to an end.
Yeah, and they came from another wrestling company, so they had experience.
HWR, yeah.
Yes. And they wanted to make a name for himself, and at Vengeance, Tyler Black won the NXT Championship. And you knew that was the start of something big. But now they all want the title. Seth Adams showed us that Sundown he wants the title as well, because they two have had it. And I gotta say, if I had to make a prediction, Seth Adams has the most momentum heading into this.
Yeah, you have to think about it. These guys are literally mirroring the Shield after their breakup. Tyler Black representing Roman Reigns, Jacob Hunter representing Seth Rollins, Seth Adams representing Dean Ambrose. Seth Adams is the only one out of the group that has not been the NXT champion yet. We know these guys tried to come in and make a group, but these guys, their egos are too big. They can't be in the same room together. They're always fighting. From my personal experience, I think Tyler Black is going to pull out the win here. I know Jacob Hunter is going to try, but the force and the strength of Tyler Black is unbelievable. And what these guys know each other. This is not like a first-time match. These guys have wrestled each other many, many times in HWR. If you guys want to check out some of their HWR content, you can go to their YouTube channel, Hostile Wrestling Revolution. Great channel. They need more subscribers, but they get a ton of views on all of their videos. Going into this triple threat, I think Tyler Black is going to become the first ever two-time NXT champion here in Fight Night Wrestling. Leading up into this show, Kurt, I want to say congratulations on this huge show that you guys have mattered to pull off this year. It's going to be a great, great pay-per-view. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be able to see it live coming up. The show happens this Friday. Fightline should be airing sometime soon in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a great time. Go on to our Instagram, Fight Night FN. You can just put that in at the top. We're going to pop up. You can go to our Facebook page, Fight Night Wrestling, or go to our Twitter, which, Kurt, I believe is Fight Night Wrestling. I mean, I haven't been on the Twitter yet, but we know the guys in the executive board have set up a Twitter for us. So
not that hard to find.
Yeah, so just look up Fight Night Wrestling, FIGHTNITE Wrestling. It's going to be a great show. Don't want to miss it. Congratulations, Kurt, on pulling off this monumental feat of this match card you've done here, and we just can't wait for this big show.
Right.
And there it was, ladies and gentlemen, my interview with the general manager of FightNite Wrestling. You know, being able to talk to Kurt here in my studio room in my house was a great joy. I feel like he is confident in what kind of product FightNite is going to be putting out coming up into Fightline 5. Do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Here are some cheap plugs and upcoming events that you guys don't want to miss out. Go to our Instagram, FightNiteFN. Look us up. Follow us on Instagram, our Facebook page, Fight Night Wrestling, and our Twitter, Fight Night Wrestling. Updated daily stuff. Go to our YouTube page, of course, if you're viewing us on YouTube now. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about us. It's going to be a great show, Fightline 5, and more to come. Coming up next month, Summer Explosion, the biggest event of the summer practically for us. Fightline and Summer Explosion, the two biggest shows of the year practically for us. So we don't want you to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3. Yeah, episode 3 of the Rolex Cadillac podcast, and I will see you next time.